Hello everyone. I have been in such a weird video. Hi. Hello. Mwah. Hello. Just been wanting my attention. We went on a little joyride today and he hasn't gotten enough of me. Isn't that right? You're so annoying and I love you. I am going to get into my May TBR. Weird saying that, to be honest, because as of right now I have only read one book a month consistently, and now I'm trying to make a TBR for the month. I'm insane. But so far one book a month has been actually a good pace, but the only reason it's a good pace is because I dropped the book and then the end of the month gets closer and closer and then I whiz through it because I want to make sure that I'm ready for the next month with a new book. I'm trying to be better this month. So here's my May TBR. If I read just one book, then I've hit my goal, but if I'm overachieving, then I'm gonna go through all the books behind me. So I picked this up at Target. This book is Straight On Till Morning by Liz Braswell. I don't know where the sleeve is to this book, and I'm so sorry that I don't have it. I usually take off the sleeve, put it on my bookshelf, and then when I'm done, I get to, as a reward, put it back on and make it a part of my book family, my tiny book family. But yeah, I picked this up at Target, and there's like a whole series of like twisted fairy tales, and Liz Braswell does like a whole series. Like she did one on Hercules, she did one on I think The Little Mermaid, she did one on Beauty and the Beast, and she has one on Peter Pan. I'm sure there's more out there, but those are the ones I saw at Target at that day, on that day. And I love me some Peter Pan, so I mean, I have to read Straight On Till Morning. The tagline for this was, what if Wendy went to Neverland with Captain Hook first? And that, I was like, sold. First of all, it's Peter Pan. Second of all, it's a retelling. I love retellings. Like, the amount of Wizard of Oz retellings I've read and loved over the years, like, I'm ready for this. So this, I'm so excited to read. I'll put an actual image of the book sleeve somewhere here. Next, we have an oldie, probably a classic at this point, You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. I've only read half this book. Yes, half. Look, I still have my bookmark in it. Can you see it? Look at that. Oh my goodness, and it's a Princess Bride. It's a Princess Bride bookmark, and it says, inconceivable! I love the Princess Bride. Yeah, I read this book coming out of college. I only read like a quarter of it. Then 2 years later, I read half of it, and I would like to finish it because there's a lot of great advice in this book. And it has helped me become a better person. I forgot some of that, so I want to get back into it. So, You Are a Badass. Next book I want to read for May is Anxious People by Frederick Bachmann. I'll put an image right here. I'm probably going to get this on like my Kindle. Me and my boyfriend for the year both wanted to start reading more. He's more into nonfiction, I'm more into fiction. I did have a phase where I only read nonfiction books, but that gets really like draining because all of it is, and I'm not talking about nonfiction like biography, I'm talking like the how to become a better person kind of book. So so I was just like, I don't know if I want to read more nonfiction. Sorry, like that phase has come and gone, and I think reading nonfiction every now and then is great for you, but I'm just a fiction girl at heart, and that's where my love of books came, and that's where it's gonna stay. Plus, all the nonfiction books I've read, I've never finished because I get bored very, very easily. Look at this toy he brought me. Go fetch! My boyfriend was like, oh, would you be interested in reading Stephen King? And mind you, I've never read, sorry, I have to appease my dog. I've never read a scary book. I've read suspenseful books, and lately I've been reading a lot of crime mystery books, but I am terrified of what Stephen King has in his novels. I don't even watch scary movies. I mean, I think I could handle a scary book, but I don't know. So I told him I'm not ready to read any Stephen King. Actually, now thinking about that, I would totally want to read Misery, but that's because Noel Gallagher recommends it, and she is so fun to watch. Anxious People. So we were talking about books that we would want to read. He's like, would you be interested in reading The 4-Hour Workweek? I saw Jack Edwards like review on it, and I was like, not really. And we both settled on Anxious People. So he was waiting for me to finish the 2 books that I got from Book of the Month. So that was March, April, now we're in May. So I promised him that this month we will be reading Anxious People. I should probably read the summaries of these books. Oops. I've never done a TBR, can you tell? Here is the summary for Straight On Till Morning, A Twisted Tale. What if Wendy first traveled to Neverland with Captain Hook? 16-year-old Wendy Darling's life is not what she imagined it would be. The doldrums of an empty house after her brothers have gone to school, the dull parties where everyone thinks she talks too much, and the fact that her parents have decided to send her away to Ireland as a governess, it all makes her wish things could be different. Wendy's only real escape is in writing down tales of Neverland after nearly meeting her hero Peter Pan 4 years earlier. She still holds on to the childhood hope that his magical home truly exists. She also holds on to his shadow. Ooh! So when an opportunity to travel to Neverland via pirate ship presents itself, Wendy makes a deal with the devil, but Neverland isn't quite the place she imagined it would be. Unexpected dangers and strange foes pop up at every turn, and a little pixie named Tinkerbell seems less than willing to help. But when Captain Hook reveals some rather permanent and evil plans for Neverland, it's up to the 2 of them to save Peter Pan and his world. Straight up my alley. Straight up my alley. I'm so excited to read this book. Alright. Summary of You Are a Badass. You Are a Badass is a self-help book for people who desperately want to improve their lives but don't want to get busted doing it. In this refreshingly entertaining how-to guide, best-selling author and world-traveling success coach Jen Sincero serves up 27 bite-sized chapters full of hilariously inspiring stories, sage advice, easy exercises, and the occasional swear word, helping you to identify and change the self-sabotaging habits and behaviors that stop you from getting what you want, create a life you totally love, and create it now. Make some damn money already, the kind you've never made before. By the end of You Are a Badass, you'll understand why you are how you are, how to love what you can't change, how to change what you don't love, and how to use the force to kick some serious ass. What chapter did I stop on? Chapter 11. I was really halfway through. Anxious People summary. Here we go. And the summary of Anxious People sounds so good. My boyfriend sent it to me and I was like, yeah, we're definitely reading that one. Wait. I think this one had spoilers. We don't want spoilers. I can't believe I've become someone who doesn't like spoilers. I used to not care. I used to be like, yeah, give it to me. I want to know how the story ends. Not anymore. Here is the summary of Anxious People. 8 people become unlikely friends during a hostage situation created by an inept bank robber. In a town in Sweden, a desperate parent turns to bank robbery to help pay the rent. Unfortunately, the target turns out to be a cashless bank, which means that no robbery can take place. Did you just tell me the ending? That was on Google. I'm still gonna read it. I'm sure there's more to it than just that. I really hope so. And the last book. I'm trying to calm down from reading because I really hope that wasn't a spoiler. This was from my March Book of the Month box, The Lost Apothecary. The story sounds beautiful. The cover is stunning. And I'm ready to read this book. Like, I can't believe I haven't read this book. I read the summary of this book in the March unboxing of Book of the Month, but I'll read it for you guys again. Hidden in the depths of 18th century London, a secret apothecary shop caters to an unusual kind of clientele. women across the city whisper of a mysterious figure named Nella, who sells well-disguised poisons to use against the oppressive men in their lives. Nella's dark world is no place for her newest patron, a precocious 12-year-old girl named Eliza Fanning. But their unexpected bond sparks a string of consequences that echoes through the centuries. 200 years later, aspiring historian Caroline Parswell discovers an aged apothecary vial in the River Thames. As she is newly grappling with the searing betrayal of her husband's infidelity, a curious research project is exactly the distraction Caroline needs. But when she discovers a link between a vial and London's long unsolved apothecary murders, Caroline's appended present soon collides with an explosive history, binding her fate to Nella's and Eliza's in a stunning twist that transcends the barrier of time. So I'm excited to read this. Also, again, look at that. Look at that stunning cover. And I haven't picked my May Book of the Month box yet. The Greek mythology one sounds interesting, but I'll probably pick it later this week. Thanks for watching my May TBR. I'll let you know what I think about each book by the end of this month, yeah? Is that how BookTube works? I'm new to all this BookTubing. I've been watching a lot of BookTube. Doesn't mean that I know what I'm doing, you know? Anyways, so those are my books. 1, 2, 3. See you guys next time. Bye!